Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I am who I am. My name is my name. And welcome into episode 57 of Shooting the Shit with Sands, man. What's poppin'? How we doing? Just got back from, DFW. Had some personal things going on. It was a long drive, man. Long drive. It was a good drive, I'll tell you that. Good drive. And good to get my shit taken care of, bro, to be honest. And, hopefully this turns out well. I had some corrupted files for the Eastern Conference, but it's actually turned out to be a good thing. I'm still recording this prior to any game ones being played. This is the day after the play-ins. And, I didn't miss anything, really. Saw the Ja Morant performance. Very good. I caught the end of it. I caught the end of the third to the end of the game. Very impressive. Steph can only do so much. It's ass that he's not in the playoffs because I honestly believe if the Warriors get in, they have a chance with Steph to upset the Jazz, even though I think the Jazz have not been given a lot of credit. But, before we get into that, how y'all doing, man? So basically, I was going to do what I did last time, right? And I was going to do an Eastern Conference and Western Conference breakdown. But instead, I have... Wait, what do I do if I do this? Oh, that ain't bad. All right, cool. So instead, what I've done is I'm just going to do it both in one. And guys, listen. To save time, one, okay? And two, just to give the vibe the way that I look at playoffs, I'm not looking at it, I don't know how to explain it. Maybe I should be more in depth in playoffs, but I'm not. I'm going to go like a little bit in depth with Miami and Milwaukee, but, that's my squad. But honestly, I'm just going to go off basically what we can all see with our own eyes, and maybe I feel differently than you. Maybe you feel differently than me, and it'd be cool, right? So that's what I'm going to fucking do. Making sure we're all focused in here. Oh, I look beautiful. So you're wondering, what the fuck, man? Why don't you have the whole setup? So, unpacking that shit was going to be annoying. So you may, right here, I'm not going to sound as good. But here I will. So you're going to hear some volume changes. I'm going to try to keep it at this point so I sound good, you know what I mean? But, just stick with me here. We a working operation over here, all right? So, here we go. What y'all want first? What'd you say? I can hear you. Okay. We're just getting right into the shits, bro. Let's get into it. Western Conference. Blow, blow, blow. A lot of good fucking series in this one, man. So we got, see on my paper I have Golden State, but it's really Memphis. If they play Golden State, I was just trying to predict them as well. I like that. Sorry, guys. I'm over here adjusting light like I'm a fucking rookie. You know what I mean? Hold on. See, I'm over here. All right, this looks fine. Okay, whatever. Anyway, fuck, dude. I'm a rook. Anyways, with the Grizzlies in, if they play the Golden State Warriors, I had them beating them in 6. Now I have them winning in 5. Ja Morant's amazing. He ain't good enough yet to pick him against a team who, to me, once again, they haven't got the credit they're due. So we talk about all these teams, right? We talked about the 76ers. We talked about the Nuggets with injuries, the Heat with injuries. We never highlighted, because they haven't dropped off at all, the Jazz. And I was wrong on them. I always say when I'm right, when I'm wrong. I was wrong on them, man. They did not drop off a bit. I think they had a couple game stretch, but they adjusted. And, yeah, man, they've been so impressive. They've just been impressive. Mike Conley, Donovan Mitchell, they didn't skip a beat. It's been really nice to see, you know what I mean? And not fun to see, nice to see. Okay, let's not get it twisted. They're boring as fuck, but they're going to be too much. Now, I could see Valanciunas either, this sounds like wishy-washy, kind of like what I see with DeAndre Ayton. I think he may get his moments, but at the same time, I could see him not doing anything at all. I think Valanciunas has a couple decent games. I think He can be a terror for them on the glass. Maybe he can get Rudy in foul trouble. We'll have to see. Valanciunas is quietly averaging like 15 and 15, man. Like, he's good. He's been a solid pro for a long time. I think that after his Toronto days, people thought, like Memphis is one of those places where you get thrown to the gutter, basically. It's like Sacramento. It's one of those places it's just, you're in Memphis now. You're done. Your career's fucking over, right? And he went there, and I think he's going to be a problem. But the thing about the Memphis Grizzlies is the playoff experience matters. All right? Playoff experience matters so much. Oh, my God. It actually matters, and they don't have any of it. Valanciunas is probably the only guy on their team with it. But the Jazz, what I love about watching them play, to be honest, is when they score in bunches. But I relate them to the Heat all the time because when they score in bunches, you're going to have a hard time. But when they're not scoring, their defense is so good, it's frustrating for you because you're getting stops, but they're stopping you. You know what I mean? That's the difference between Portland, too. That's why I don't like Portland a lot. But so Utah, I think, convincingly throws them in the fucking trash, gets them out of there, gone fishing, you know what I mean? Word to NBA on TNT. Going to the second round. Now, LA Clippers versus Dallas. I think this is a very, very interesting series. I do. I think last year showed us something. Now, you can look at it two ways. Luka dominated, and they needed a miracle shot, Game 5, to push it to 6. You can look at it that way, or you can look at Luka's gotten better. Luka's going against the same team he just torched, who doesn't change their defense up. So what I did for research basically was, if they're matched up with the same team they were last year, let me look up some highlights and see what we like I'm talking about Miami Heat and Milwaukee, what they do and how they counter things. So I was really looking one-sided towards the Mavericks because my favorite in the series is the Clippers. So I'm like, okay, what can the Mavs do to win? You know what I see now? Same team, basically the same whole roster, right, without Lou Will, which makes them, and Montrezl Harrell, which is a huge gap to me. It's something that they're missing very much so. It even puts more weight on playoff Pissington. Playoff fucking Pissington. If he averages 20 points a game on 45% shooting, they may win a championship. I just don't see him doing it. I know. But what the thing, to get back to that thing, or my thought process was, okay, what do they do a lot that Dallas is going to shit on? What they did all series last year, they switch everything. If you watch them, Zubac is ISO'd out on elite players all the time. I don't know why. It's one of those things. You know what I hate about watching basketball sometimes? You don't have to switch. Have you ever seen that? Like, they set a pick, and it's a pussy-ass pick. But the dude just like, I'll switch. If they fight over that, you still got the same matchup. They got to come back, waste more time, go back, try to fight over a screen. You know what I mean? And you can see it and tell me, but what about the slip or the roll? Nah, bruh. That dude's still in position if you fight through it. Because that dude's coming off the screen like, oh, shit, back it out. You know what I mean? But I think Luka can expose the switches. I just think he can. This fucking, my little ring light over here, broke as fuck. It's about to fall. If it falls, it may break fucking Nia's computer. Okay? Might be dead. But this series I have going 7. I got the Clippers winning. All right. Previously, I thought, I was telling Chris I picked Clippers in 6, but I put 7 down. If you need any proof, I still have Golden State. You see at the top, Golden State. This is my original bracket. This is my original fucking bracket, period. All right? Now, once again, I just think the Clippers are too talented for the Mavs. Y'all know my philosophy. I have certain philosophies, and sometimes I'm wrong. Very rarely, but sometimes. I don't believe in teams that have one centric superstar. And Porzingis is not a superstar anymore, man. Let's be real. He averaged 20 and 9 this year, which is impressive as fuck considering his health. He's been out for a while. That's why I always think about his ceiling and what it could be, and it pisses me off, right? Averages 20 and 9. We don't know how he's going to look. And the one thing I spoke on months ago when I was talking about y'all should trade Porzingis, Mavs fans, I spoke on it. He does not roll to the basket enough. And against this team, he's going to have to roll to the basket. Why, Hunter? Why? Because when you have Luka out there with a 7-footer on him, and you're posted up at the three-point line, one, the offensive rebounding is gone. It's gone. Two, you may have a mismatch if the dude's playing decent defense. He can lob it over the top and give it to you. So that's a big deal for me. But when the Mavs hit threes, let's not make it go unheard. When the Mavs hit threes at a high clip, and that's what they do, they heave. That's what they depend on. They depend on threes, and when they're not hitting, they may get blown out. But when they're hitting, they can beat anybody in the fucking NBA. Point blank, period. So if they come out and their role players are hitting, you might see some double-digit wins, and you're going to be like, oh, shit, the Clippers are fucked. Don't overreact, man. It's a playoff series. That's what kills me. It kills me every time. You lose one game, and you're over here like, oh, my God, dude. What are they going to do? What are we going to do? You got to stay even killed during playoff series, guys. That's what the fuck I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I stay even killed in Miami series. I do not get emotional. None of that shit. I stay even killed. Eyes on the prize. Playoff Jimmy. Eyes on the prize. Playoff Jimmy. By the way, I will be recording my reaction to Game 1. I probably won't post it. It's a lot of editing. Now, if there's like, clutch shots and things of that nature, like the Arkansas game, I'll post that. You know what I mean? I'll post that shit up. But other than that, I'm probably not going to do it. But anyways, Clips in 7. It's going to be a great series. I think it's going to be high scoring, fast pace, fun shit. And hopefully Playoff Piss shows up so I can keep clowning him. Pandemic P. Pandemic P is what they call him on Twitter. I call him Playoff Piss. Pissy Leg PG. So we got Clips in Utah. Then on the other side of the bracket, Denver and Portland. Denver and Portland. This is going to be one of those pucker-uppers, bro. Your ass is going to be puckered if you're a fan or not. All right? Your asshole's going to be squeezing tight. That balloon knot will be tied tight. All right? Balloon knot, man. That's crazy. I got Denver in 7. I don't know why. I don't know how. I just see Jokic willing them to victory. Now, flaws in that. I believe the stat I saw was Portland is 3-4 in their last 7 first-round series, right? I think Dame is amazing. Y'all, man, I talk about Dame all the time on this podcast. I said he was a top 5 MVP candidate after the All-Star break because he was fucking hooping. And at the end of the season, he turned it on. You know, playoffs were coming, and he started turning that shit up, right? I just said I don't like isocentric, one-star-centric teams, and they don't have one star, but it runs through one guy. Dame has a bad game, they're not winning. And a bad game for Dame is 21 points inefficiently, right? Thing is, and that's kind of hypocritical because I think Dame can have what I've seen from him, okay? They'll be down by, I don't know, 9, 10, 15, whatever. He has 9 points at half, and he ends with 37 because he has quarters of explosiveness. Just pure explosion, can't be stopped. But you know who also can't be stopped? Anybody the fucking Trailblazers try to guard. That's why the Trailblazers, when I picked them to be in the Western Conference Finals, which I do not stand by anymore, I was wrong on that. This is why I thought, though. This is what I thought, not why. What I thought was Robert Covington was still going to be arguably the best 3-and-D guy behind Jay Crowder in the NBA. That is not true anymore. He has fallen off a cliff. I thought Derrick Jones Jr. as your second best perimeter player, a defender, would be a good add. But with their scheme, they want to score, and Derrick Jones' minutes have been cut. Melo's getting more, taking his spot. Norman Powell is finishing games for them. So they're very lackluster on defense, and they always have been. Enes Kanter can't guard anybody. Norman Powell, CJ McCollum, and fucking Dame Lillard. If your three front guys don't combine for 20 feet tall, don't fucking talk to me. I don't even know if like anybody else has a 20, but you get what I'm saying. All those guys are 6'4". I mean, if you want to, you know what I hate about NBA fans, you motherfuckers. And I'm probably the most diehard NBA fan you'll find on the planet. I'll watch a fucking Bulls T-Wolves game when Zach LaVine's hurt. You motherfuckers correct people by the inch on people's height. Yo, he's 6'8". No, he's not. He's 6'7". Okay, well, in my scenario, he put on double socks, you fucking twat. I hate getting correct. Like, if I'm way off, yo, Lonzo Ball 6'9". Like, no, he's not. He's 6'4". And watch somebody in their car is going, he's 6'2". No, bro. Shut the fuck up. Quit correcting me by an inch. Please. It bugs the fuck out of me, man. Like, there's grammar Nazis. There's, like, Chris was talking about him being a grammar Nazi when I first got there. And I'm cool that at least he admits it. My dad never admitted it. You know, and it's fair. I'm a young, dumb kid when I'm in 3rd, 4th grade. Much in many, my dad acted like I was committing crimes. I got so many candy here, so many candies, and when I say that out loud, I need to correct myself. My dad like, much. It's much. You need to stop. It's much. I'm like, damn, man, what the fuck, you know? And then there's height Nazis. Funny enough, Hitler was a small man. Do you know his height? And stop being a fucking height Nazi, because I'll fucking correct you. So all these guys, let's just tie it right back into basketball. So all these guys on Portland are so small. They can't guard anybody. But Denver is missing Jamal Murray, right? They are. Oh, I got it. Oh, my God, I got the camera down. They're missing Jamal Murray, big shot maker. And I think games that Portland loses, it'll be like what I think about the Hawks. I keep wanting to say on my previous podcast because I recorded one before I left. But I think when you see an Atlanta box score, the ones that they lose, Gallinari, 5 for 11. That's not bad. 4 for 13. Trae Young, 7 for 26 because he's not getting that bullshit call anymore, that bullshit backup floater call. Then you'll have their Bogdanovich, I think is how you say his name. Their Bogdanovich playing terrible. You know what I mean? It's going to be that, but Michael Porter may have those games as well because he's a thirsty-ass scorer. He is so thirsty. He's not your typical, all right, I want to score every time I touch the ball like a Lou Williams. But Lou Williams makes plays as well. He is like, when he catches it, he's like, net, rim, shoot, now, shoot it, orange hole with the nylon, orange hole with the nylon. Like, that's his mindset. It blows my mind every time I see that shit, bro. I'm like, fam, give it a rest. It's okay. So this is why I think it's going to be a tight one. I remember the series 2 years ago, and I watched that. Thing was, they were giving Jamal Murray buckets. They were. You know, it was a good matchup out there, Monte Morris. I think Monte Morris is going to have a couple good defensive games in this series. And, you know, I think just Denver wins this series off the fact that I don't think either team is consistently amazing on defense, but Denver is not consistently terrible. Portland is consistently horrific at defense. And I think Nurkic can make Jokic work a little bit. They used to be teammates. Maybe he knows the secret sauce or whatever, you know what I mean? And maybe he can make him work a little bit extra than anybody else can in the league. I doubt it, but I'm just trying to make points here. I'm just trying to throw some shit at a fan, see if it sticks. Well, nothing can stick to a fan, Hunter, you know? And it could. But yeah, so I got Denver moving on to face the Los Angeles Lakers. And why do I have them beating Phoenix? I had this, one, I don't want to pick against LeBron in the first round. He's not Michael Jordan. He does not get swept in the first round. I don't believe LeBron has had any first round losses ever in the playoffs. So why would it start now? To take the Suns side? We don't know if he's healthy. I don't know. LeBron looked horrific the other night versus the fucking Warriors. He looked awful. Really bad. His ankle was obviously bothering him. AD, if he repeats these performances, I don't know what the fuck they call him on Twitter. I don't even know a nickname for him. But they're going to start tweeting at AD like, yo, you suck ass. He missed 71 days this year, not games. Jesus. That's 2.5 months, right? So it's hard to pick against the Lakers, but I could see why you would. What has this Suns team done for you not to pick them over the Lakers? Consistent. And that's my thing about CP3. CP3 is consistently going to get you to the playoffs as a top 4 seed almost everywhere he plays. Even when he went to the Hornets and got drafted high, I believe their win percentage was 20-something, and he got him to 48, almost 500. I don't know. I could see where you pick against LeBron. I don't think people are dumb for picking the Suns. That's the easy pick to me. That's the easiest pick in the world. I should be picking the Suns. I just can't pick against Braun. I think Braun's going to come out. Game 1 as always. Fill it out. But against this Phoenix team, if you go down 1-0, you're not fucking with the East teams. You're not fucking with teams that you played last year. You're not fucking with a Denver team. A Denver team, my bad. A Portland team. You go down 0-1. You're in a bubble. I'm pretty sure everybody has at least 50% capacity. Maybe not LA, but I think New York opened up. I think me and Chris talked about that too. But you're going in a hostile environment. Maybe you haven't been used to being in crowds lately. All this other shit. But you go down 1-0 to those guys. Good luck. To me, it's a must-win game too if you go down 1-0. And Anthony Davis, once again, if he comes out playing like shit, I might change my pick. And now I can't. But I can come on here on the Friday pod and be like, it ain't looking too good. It ain't looking good, Factors in the series. Y'all know how much I believe in the LA Lakers defense, correct? They ain't never had a guard no man like Devin Booker. Not for 7 games. Well, I have it going 6, but not for 7 games. I've always known how good Devin Booker is. I was a year early on the train. I tweeted it. I'm about to go find the tweet and I'll pop it up right here on the video. I tweeted it. I say, this year Devin Booker will be recognized as a top 15 player, right? And we all know that list is really 25. So, you got Kuzma trying to guard him, and Dennis Schroeder, and I'm telling you who is going to guard him at the end of games is LeBron James. And is that good on that ankle? I don't fucking know. I don't know, man. I just know LeBron, before he got hurt, was a top 5 perimeter defender in the NBA based on his opponent field goal percentage, and he was not just guarding bums all year, man. People were tweeting about DeAndre Ayton being a factor. I'm like, what? I think he'll have the Jonas Valanciunas games, man. He'll have a couple good ones. The other ones, he'll sit there and get 12 and 6, and he has his hands full with fucking AD if he guards him. I think he'll be on Drummond, though, because remember, Jay Crowder guarded AD very well in the finals. Now, AD was spazzing. That doesn't mean you don't play good defense, man. That does not mean you don't play good defense. It doesn't. It does not mean you don't play good defense. And CP3, y'all know how I feel. He always orchestrates and gets an open shot. That's why he's key. And Monty Williams has not been given his credit. And it sickens me, honestly. It sickens me. But yeah, I got LA versus Denver. Utah versus the Clippers. Oh, and the thing that may catch up to the Lakers is their lack of shooting. Last year, somehow it didn't catch up with them. They always hit timely shots. But with the unhealthy AD, I don't even know if he's unhealthy. I think he does that checkout shit. I won't even say he's unhealthy. Because AD, that's why I don't think I think AD was getting more criticism than LeBron. LeBron hit that shot. He looked horrible, but he also looked unhealthy. AD's moving perfectly fine. AD looks great. He's catching lobs. He just dropped 40 the other night, or 2 weeks ago, closing out the season with a couple games left. He just dropped 40. So he has to be fine. Now, he may not be in rhythm, but guess what, bro? You're arguably a top 5 player in the league still. Flip that fucking switch on. So next round, I'm trying to get this all. I don't want to have a fucking 2-hour pod. Y'all know I will about NBA playoffs. I don't want to have a 2-hour pod, bro. I really don't. So Utah versus Clippers. I want to see if Donovan Mitchell can get it done versus PG and Kawhi. Everybody's basing what he did last year, and trying to put it towards this year. He faced the Nuggets, bro. He faced Jamal Murray. Y'all remember who was giving Jamal Murray buckets against Portland the year before? Rodney fucking Hood. Go look up I looked up the highlights. Because I remembered it in my head. I remember tweeting like, Rodney Hood is putting Jamal Murray in a blender. And I looked it up. And what do you see? Jamal Murray spinning around like he's a lost fucking dog. Looking for his fucking owner. Getting torched by Rodney Hood, who I think is out of the fucking league. He's probably on the Trailblazer bench still. I wouldn't know. You're asking a guy that doesn't know anything about basketball. But I want to see if he can get it done against the elite of the elite. Now, I did not mention, he has been cleared to play against Memphis. He has. Now, does that mean he's going to play? I wouldn't play his ass unless he's 100% and, he feels okay to play. If he's not feeling okay, give him a couple games. If they split at home, put him in game 3. You know what I mean? But against the Clippers, I don't know. And I keep forgetting my philosophy of the playoffs. You don't pick playoff piss. You don't. But I think he came back. He had a good year. He'll eventually piss his pants again, though. Toddlers always have a good run. They get out the diapers. The Avengers underwear, they get wet. They do. So in that series, honestly, I think it's going to be, because Zubac is a key piece of their offense for a role guy and things of that nature, and offensive rebounding when they shoot those threes. And people have this misconception of the Clippers. I did too. We have all these guys shooting high clips from 3, right? Go look at how many they attempt. It's not that much. There's nobody on there that's a specialist, like a Duncan Robinson that shoots 7 or 9 a game. And you may think, well, that makes it more dangerous. I think that means they're only shooting wide open ones. So we'll have to see how that works out against the Mavs as well. But against Utah, you're not getting nothing easy. And guys like Kawhi and PG live in the paint. So it's going to be tough for them to get down there. And y'all know I shit on Rudy all the time, but he can defend the rim. He can. And without Montrezl Harrell in there to work a backup big to maybe get Rudy Gobert in foul trouble, I don't know. I think Montrezl Harrell can draw some fouls. He may go and one every play, but it fucking helps. He sounds like me at the fucking wreck. Just fast break layup. Hey! Just shouting. But it works for him. Fuck it, right? But I do have the Clips winning this one. Do I have 6 here? Yeah, I have the Clips winning in 6 against the Jazz. I can't put the Jazz in the fucking Western Conference Final. I can't put the Clips in the Western Conference Final. But I did. I think I'm falling victim to what I should have fallen victim to last year, but I didn't. So I'm turning against my own self, They got the 2 most talented guys on the court every night except when they play I mean, I'm talking about as a duo. They have the best duo on the court unless they play the Lakers or they play fucking Brooklyn. That's it. They have the best duo in the league. I'm trying to look to see I'm not fucking up. I mean, if you think CJ McCollum's better than PG, then you can suck my dick. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they got the best duo. And it is what it is. Do I think they can be successful? Absolutely. That's why I got them to the Western Conference Final. And then Denver versus LA. I got to go in 6 again. LA is going to the Western Conference Final. I think it's a repeat of last year. I think somehow, and maybe it's worse than last year. I don't know. I think it's 6, though. I think the Lakers aren't as good as last year somehow, but they've gotten better. But in my head, I keep trying to convince myself that the Lakers will catch stride out of nowhere, right, in the playoffs. People forget Schroeder's coming back from COVID, still getting in rhythm. Anthony Davis coming back from injury, we know that. LeBron hasn't looked well. I don't know. I just saw in that Warriors game, their best players play horrible, and people were saying their defense. I saw Caruso step up. I saw Kuzma make some plays. I saw Kentavious Caldwell-Pope hit big shots. You know what I mean? The Lakers are deep. They're hard to deal with, man. It's a tough team. And when their role players get going, they're not going to lose. You got 2 guys who can combine for 60 every night. And then another 2 who can combine for 40 off the bench. Well, not really off the bench because Schroeder's a starter. But, you know, that's insane, man. That's crazy. I think it's tough to deal with. I think Jokic having to guard AD or Drummond is a problem. Now, Drummond is asshole at playing in the post. He ain't got no moves. Oh, my God. He's horrible. But he's good enough to score on Jokic, and he can just out-athletic him, basically is what I'm trying to say. More athleticism, jump over him, shit like that. It's a series where AD can go off. And that's if they get past the Suns, where I think AD's going to have a tough time against Jay. I really do. Phoenix Suns are not nothing to play with. Everybody on that team can shoot. It's not nothing to play with. But we get what we want, really, right? The people get what they want. LA versus LA. Giant versus Giant. And honestly, I can't believe I picked Paul George to go there. But we may see the pissiest P that we've ever seen. Popsicle P. Pissy Popsicle P. That's what we're going to call him. Ice cold and smells like shit. Oh my God. Whoa. That one got me a little too hard. I'm sorry, guys. Holy shit. That one got me a little too hard. All right. Oh, fuck off. That was funny. Anyways, we get Giant. God damn, my hair looks horrible right here. We get Giant versus Giant. To me, I think it's just everybody just goes to that. And we have to realize, like, maybe it is the Khabib and Tony Ferguson of the NBA. You know, and if you don't know the story, Khabib and Tony, you know who Khabib is. He's one of the biggest athletes in the world. If you don't, he's the guy that beat Conor McGregor, fucking jumped over the cage, shit like that, right? After Conor said some wild shit about his religion, which you just don't do. Mostly the people that are Muslim, like, they're fucking crazy, bro. Like, they're not crazy like they're psycho, but, like, they're crazy into their religions. Like, they actually, like, live what they preach, bro. It's just a fact. So, jumped over the cage, and Tony Ferguson was probably his best matchup considering he had the best ground game. I'm just giving y'all a little recap. It got canceled 5 times. Injuries, weight not being made, shit like that, and then it was going to happen. In a month, we had it. And then the COVID came. It's like the most doomed fight ever. It is. It's the most doomed fight ever. It just was not meant to happen. And maybe that's what this is. Maybe that's what this series is for everybody. You know what I mean? Maybe we never get to see Kawhi and LeBron ever again play in the playoffs. Maybe it just isn't like that. Because Kawhi did not get his due with criticism after that loss to the Nuggets. I'm sorry. He didn't. He didn't get his due. PG got all that shit. Rightfully so. Pissy Popsicle P. Ice cold. Smell like shit. That's a good brand right there. But this is why the Lakers win that. Once again, the switches. The switches will kill you. I also just believe the Lakers feel like they have their number, and neither of them are scared of each other, and they want that matchup. But I think that just lines up for bigger chokes. And you know who I'm going to bet to choke more than LeBron? It's fucking playoff P. Playoff piss, man. And I don't know, when I see that, and I have it in 7, so like, you know what I mean? But I also have this belief of how I think NFL rosters are built. When certain teams are built, they're built to beat each other. You know what I mean? This is just like, I'm trying to get an offhand example. Like the Bulls weren't meant to beat the Heat. I'm talking about LeBron days. There's nobody that was built to beat the Heat other than the Celtics. You know, and they weren't really built. And that's also a false narrative about them being old and rusty. I hate that shit. Go look up their years they were having. They were playing just fucking fine. We beat them. They were off a finals run the year before, and then all of a sudden they're fucking old. How funny is that? Don't you like the LeBron narrative we get? Fucking love it. Oh, they're all old. They're all old. They just came off a finals run. They weren't old when they faced Kobe. The next year, they just got old. They just got old, man. Fuck off. You suck dick. People forget they got hurt, too. They got injured. Wasn't getting old, bro. Anyways, I don't know why. It's just like one of those things. I don't know how to explain it. I think the Lakers will clamp their shit. If they face each other, I think the Lakers will clamp their shit up. Those role players will not get off. And I shit on Drummond all the time. He's not good in the post. He doesn't need to be good in the post. I don't know how to explain this. He's a Dwight Howard. He's literally a Dwight Howard. Even though he's been looking a little stiff lately, he usually runs like a deer. They got to get running with him. But he doesn't play that many minutes. That's also the thing. Like, people have been shitting on Andre Drummond. He only plays 20 minutes a game. Literally 20 minutes. So, we'll see how that goes down. I got LA winning, going to the finals. So, right here, we're going to do a commercial break. I'll be right back with that East. Y'all stick around, baby. Shooting the shit with Sands, bro. We didn't fuck it. Okay. After commercial break, thank you guys for holding on, man. I'm sorry about me leaning back in my chair. This is what I do. Nia fucking hates it, but, you know, we all do something our woman hates. Eastern Conference preview. I've already recorded this once, but, you know, I don't mind talking about it again. So we got Philly versus Washington, right? And, after this, sorry, I got in this air bar, bro. It's so cool. After this, I'm going to give y'all my my postseason awards. I'm not going to do anything crazy. So what had happened was, I literally was going to record a award show. Like, it was going to be really cool, and I still might do it. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Oh, okay. Okay, you know what? I'm going to announce my 3 finalists for every award. And then I will make the award show. Fuck it. I'll announce it now. First ever Shooting the Shit with Sands award show. That means I can get it all together and have like this theatrical, insane shit going on. You know what I mean? Get a green screen in maybe. Yeah. I'm about it. I hope y'all are about it, because I will do it. I have to stay committed to this. I'm going to do it. So, Philadelphia versus Washington now, and it's Brooklyn versus the Celtics. It doesn't change the series for me. I have 1 game for Washington and 1 game for Boston. I only pick 1 game for Philly. I don't know why I did that for Brooklyn. Brooklyn's going to run them over. I'm going to say a sweep for Brooklyn. I really don't want to touch on them. I don't. I think they're pussies. I think they suck cock. Like, I don't even mean like how skilled they are. I think they suck each other's cocks. I'll say it. I shouldn't say that if I want to be a professional, but I'm not, so fuck you. Now listen, Philadelphia versus Washington, not Boston, Hunter, Washington. I don't know. See Bradley Beal getting put in a chamber. He may have a game or two because it's Bradley Beal. He averaged 32 points a game this year. May have some games. And my whole thing is Joel Embiid's turnovers. Now, It's such a little thing, it seems. But if Joel Embiid has a big, high turnover number, that means he's getting doubles. That means he's not making good passes. And Joel Embiid has this tendency to have games where when he has a couple early turnovers, he becomes hesitant and then tries to make the skip pass. Because some of his passes aren't even getting picked off. They're just horrible passes. So if Joel Embiid has that high turnover number, he's getting doubled. He's having a hard time with the double. But I think he's seen it so much this year that Joel Embiid has kind of said fuck it and just shot over it. Because what are they going to do, foul him? Like everybody else does in the entire fucking planet. Foul Joel Embiid. So fucking annoying when you play him. Now, you respect it if you watch him play because they're real fouls. It's not like they're bullshit fouls or anything. They're fouls. It's just annoying, you know? It's not a Trae Young foul where it's fucking it ruins the game of basketball. He's a comrade. Yikes. But I got Philly dominating this. I really don't need to touch on it that much. They got Joel. They got Tobias. And I don't know who's going to guard Ben. I don't know who's going to guard Tobias. Bradley Beal is not a good defender. Russell Westbrook is not a good defender. His athleticism makes casuals think he's a great defender, but he's not. When he's giving effort on the defensive end, he can be, but he usually doesn't. I don't know. I just don't think Washington has enough in the tank. They don't have enough shooting at all. I mean, they run lineups with Russell Westbrook, Ish Smith, and Raul Neto. That's insane. And then they'll have like Robin Lopez and Bertans. And Bertans has been dog shit since he got his check. So not much to touch on there. Sorry to say. There is a lot of superstars in that game, that series. I'd love to watch it. I'm going to watch a lot of it. Probably, obviously all of it if I can. May miss the first half of the first game. I doubt it though. I'll probably get up early and go to work. But you know, it is what it is. Got Philly going in 4. No, I got 5. Philly in 5. They'll get game 1 or 3, one of those two. That fucking team, the underdog team always comes out trying to take your throat. It's fucking hilarious. And it's like the number 1 seed is playing so well and the fans know it. But this team keeps punching. They just keep on punching. It's just funny when it happens. I mean, I've seen it too many times when we would play, like when we lost to Philly. When D-Wade, LeBron, and Bosh were together, never forget it. Those 76ers came out firing. Lou Williams, Andre Iguodala, Evan Turner talking shit to D-Wade. Yikes. So the next series, Knicks and Atlanta. I got the Knicks winning in 6. Listen, I've said it already on this podcast. I don't see the Hawks having that much success in the playoffs. Now, people forget, DeAndre Hunter's back. All right, Clint Capella is a force to be reckoned with, okay? I got this hair by my ear, fuck. DeAndre Ayton, come on now. Come on, H. Clint Capella is one of a kind. He's a son of a bitch down there. I think the Knicks are built a little different. I think the Knicks can stop him. I don't think they're going to shut him down every game, but I think they can do damn good shit on the defensive end of the floor. And when you shut down the Atlanta Hawks, they can't stop anybody. But I will say, people always, those hardcore defensive teams like the Knicks, they'll grind it out. Nobody talks about their offensive droughts. They seem to always want to talk about how great their defense is. When they may have games in this fucking series where they score 89 points and get beat 100 to 89, 102 to 89, things of that nature. But I will say I believe in Julius Randle and I believe in the offense of the Knicks enough to pick them in 6 over Trae Young. And I think there's going to have some, like I said, inefficient nights everywhere. I just don't see them clicking on all cylinders every game. And that's what it's taken for the Hawks to really be successful. But I will not underestimate the greatness of Nate McMillan. I think he's a great coach. I think he's a great coach. And I think he was fired under some bullshit circumstances last year. He got them to the finals, no Depot, man. The playoffs with no Depot. Quite impressive. It's quite impressive. It's late, man. I'm going to fuck up. All right, it's late. It was very impressive what he did with those Pacers. They just ran into a juggernaut with the Heat. We were a juggernaut last year. Hate to tell you, we were a juggernaut in that bubble. We were scary. And they just didn't have a chance, Relying on fucking TJ Warren. That dude, other than Dame, was the bubble MVP. He was going ballistic. Never forget that three he hit in Ben Simmons' face. I'm not even trying to shit on Ben. He shot that fuck. It was like to take a 2-possession lead, I believe, or take a 7-point lead at the end of the game. He caught it, no hesitation, from 30 feet in Ben Simmons' eye socket, in his cornea. They know what the fuck that's called. Right in the color of his eye. My God, insane! It was wonderful. So I got Philly and the Knicks now to this series. Now listen. All right, I'll admit it. Am I scared of the Bucks? Fuck no. You think I'm scared of this fucking team who we just dominated all last year? We had their number. We have their number. We have their number. I told this stat. I have to repeat it because I already recorded the podcast. Last 7 games, Giannis Antetokounmpo has played 30-plus minutes in 6 of them, in 24 minutes the other one. He's averaging 19.6 points a game versus the Heat. 19.6 games. 19.6 points per game versus the Heat. Take 2. In that series, Chris Middleton, their leading scorer. In that series, Giannis did not average 25 points a game. He didn't. And he was running from Jimmy. Oh, playoff Jimmy. Playoff Jimmy is real, and he's here to stay, man. He's here to stay. I'll say it again. I'm staying even-keeled, man. I'm staying locked in this series. I'm not going to get all emotional and shit like I usually do. I got to see that Larry O'Brien. I'm just looking at the Larry O'Brien one game at a time, man. Not every game means the world. It doesn't, all right? This team fucking sucks. The Bucks suck. The Bucks suck dick. I'm not scared of them. They don't amuse me. They let us shoot 200 fucking 3-pointers in 5 games. 200. Let me open my tablet up. I got the official stats here. I'm just going off my head. Now let's look at this. Oh my God. I have so many fucking stats in here, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, it's right here. Right here, guys. Listen. Look at this. Look at this. We hit 75 threes in 5 games. We shot a 37% clip from 3. And I guarantee you that does not change. I know everybody's like, you ain't got Jay Crowder this year. Okay. We got Trevor Ariza. Is he Jay Crowder? No. But it's not some huge dip off. We also have Dwayne Dedmon, who has been a great addition to the team. Big size, all that. The thing is, do we stick to build a wall? Do the Bucks stick to Giannis ain't playing over 33 minutes again the whole series? There's no way they can stick to that. I truly do not believe it. Coach Bud got murdered last year for that shit. And I'm telling you, if we get even a hint, a sprinkle of playoff Gogi, a.k.a. Goran Dragic, they are fucked. If they let Duncan Robinson get loose a couple games, they're fucked. I'm telling you. Jimmy Butler ain't going to even have close to a bad game in this series. I fucking put my guaranteed stamp on it. And if I'm wrong, I'm fucking wrong. I don't care. I have too much belief in this team, man. I'm just looking at this shit. I mean, there's no way. Jimmy's shooting splits last year, 53, 46, 85. For some reason against Milwaukee, he shoots a lot of threes. Last year in the playoffs against him, he shot a lot of big ones, but he only shoots them in the big moments to me. I may be wrong. He may just be firing them up and I don't realize it. It seems like he only takes them in the big moments. But we'll have to see what he does there. Bam had a great series last year. I expect the same if we don't get fucking Draymond Green Bam. Heat Twitter's been calling him Bam on Green. I don't know. It was a horrible fucking. I know. I didn't make it up. Hey, you know my nicknames are A1. You know what I mean? Just a fact. But if he turns into Draymond, we're fucked. If Bam's not aggressive, he doesn't understand how good he is still. This mental part of his game is fucking killing me. Those possessions where he has 15 feet between him and the defender, I don't care about him shooting. Eat the space up. Go towards the space. You're posterizing everybody this year. Go towards the space with a dribble and level his ass. God. But Bam averaged 17, 12, and 4 last year. Shot 60% from the field, 90% from the line, man. So, and if we get like Tyler, dude, we're deep. Tyler Hero may show up and play well. I don't know. I just can't see us losing. I got us in 6. I mean, once again, I'm not scared of the fucking Bucks. This is going to be the easiest series, most chill series I will ever have in my fucking life. Period. Next series. Brooklyn versus Washington. Brooklyn wins. I mean, Brooklyn versus Boston. I mix it up. Brooklyn wins. Not going to talk about it. Don't care to. Not going to. I mean, what do you want me to say? These guys are going to have to learn. There's only one ball. There's one ball in the court. How are they going to share it? How? Jason Tatum's so great. He'll grab one. No. 4-0, 15-point margin every game. Unless Kyrie's like, yo, personal reasons, I got to go. And guess what? They still got James Harden and KD. They probably win by 20. All right, so my mic cut out. What I was saying was they'll probably win by 12. I almost lost my mind, guys, because my microphone, it's like a heavy cord, so it comes out easy. I need to probably do this. Hold this bitch up like this. So it unplugs and it stops the video immediately, and I thought I'd delete the video. 17 minutes into a rant about the fucking bum-ass Nets. But yeah, so Nets move on to face Miami. Knicks go on with Philly. Now, if Philly meets the Knicks, man, if you like 1990s basketball, welcome in, old heads. We're fucking back. And I hate this shit. I hate this. Like, I want to, like, troll Chris every step of the way, right? I just want to get in his head, right? I just want to get in his fucking head, just piss him off to where he doesn't want to talk to me. I just want to just grab and scratch and claw at him until he gets pissed off. He's going to be saying at the bars with the friends that we have, dude, Sands is so fucking annoying. He's so pessimistic. He's so fucking dumb. He said some dumb shit about Joel the other day and it just pissed me off. And I was like, I'm done talking basketball with this guy. He's immature. He's childish. That's what I want him to say that. And I want him to think I'm serious. And I hope he's listening. Yeah. But you know what? I can't. You know why? This is a Michael Jordan finals run. I mean, they're going to face an undermanned Washington, not undermanned, but just a bum team in Washington. Cool. I guess you know what his response is? That's what happens when you get the 8 seed, bro. I mean, what do you want us to do? Lay down? I mean, we almost gave it up, but we didn't. Philly, bro. Philly. I mean, Wells Fargo Arena's packed, bro. It's just like, you know, makes me so excited. Shut the fuck up, man. Then he plays New York. No, everybody in the world knows. I'm getting one of them eye headaches. Jesus Christ, it hurts. Everybody in the world knows the cap on this Knicks team is a second round. Fucking bums. I think the Philadelphia 76ers will have a little trouble with the Knicks. I got them winning in 6. I don't think it'll be a breeze. I don't think anything for the 76ers is ever a breeze. I don't. So why would I say now it is? Some things never change. And one thing that won't change is Philadelphia getting in their own way. Let me tell you. So I think there's going to be games where people are getting locked up. You look at the box score. Joel has 32 and they're down by 9 in the 4th. They've scored 78 points the whole fucking game. if you've seen the 76ers, they have offensive droughts of the likes of a middle school girls B team. It's unbelievable. It's unprecedented. The shit that you see on that TV when you see them do this. It's horrible. It's painful to watch. No, physically, like this eye headache I just talked about, I get like triple that in my eyes. Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible to watch, but I think they're just too talented for the Knicks. I think the Knicks are great. I think they're a good story. I think it's cool, even though, like, I don't get the obsession, I guess, because a lot of national media members, like I said previously, are, like, into the Knicks, and they're from New York, and it's the media capital of the world, but, like, who gives a fuck about the Knicks? They've been irrelevant since fucking I've been alive. Carmelo and Stephon Marbury is all you got for me? Eesh. Old Amari Stoudemire? Eesh. I mean, handicapped D Rose? Not in. Don't want no parts. Don't care for it. Don't give a fuck. I'm sorry to tell you, I don't give a fuck about the New York Knicks story. The media has ran with it, and they're going to get awards for it. It's fucking sick. It's horrible. But the matchup issues here, don't see a lot. I see the depth of the Knicks giving them a problem. I see the bench maybe getting outscored. Depends on how Doc does their rotations. They did a lot of staggering. When he learns how to stagger, that's actually a hard thing to learn how to do when you don't do it until late in the year. Because then you have to realize you're basically taking one, not a star, you're taking one of those bench players out of the lineup that may be a key role on your bench. You get what I'm saying? Could be a shooter, could be a dude that penetrates and kicks, things of that nature. Or you build around a guy like Dwight Howard. I'm not literally build a lineup around an energy center to where you want to shoot more shots because you know he's going to be there for offensive boards. Or you got guys that are good in the pick and roll, so you can throw lobs, shit like that. And then you put in an ISO guy, you know? Or a guy that likes to go to the rim. Shit like that, and it kind of fucks it up. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shut the fuck up, Hunter. And then on the other side, I got Miami versus BKN. I don't know what that means. Brooklyn, I guess, right? I'm trying to be witty. Come on, Hunter. BKN. What could it stand for? Acronym. I don't have nothing. God, I tried. Yeah, can't think of anything. Sorry. I was trying. Bitch, Kyrie. You know, can't. I don't know. I got us losing in 6. I'm not delusional. I'm not an idiot. Now, don't ever get it twisted. When we face them, win, not if, it win. God, this series is going to be so fucking easy. When we face them, I will believe we can win. Don't ever get that twisted. Absolutely. No, don't ever get it twisted. I will think that we can win this series when we face them. And I think we can make it tough on them. I saw a couple games. We only played a couple. James Harden and KD were healthy. They played. First game, we lost. Wasn't horrible. Second game, we lost by 4. Bam put up 43. Once again, aggressive Bam. They got problems. Nobody on that team can guard anybody down low. Okay? With that being said, they have 3 pussies that can hit contested shots. We also have a genius as a coach, but genius can't stop all-time offense, you know? Genius can't stop all-time offense. It can't. And that is what it is. It's just a fact. You can't stop great ball movement. It's just like, I haven't seen the Nets play a lot. I can only imagine what it is, right? You come over, you rotate, great help, kick out, good close, kick out again, good close, swing that bitch around, KD, one-on-one in the corner, pull up wet. You play defense for 22 seconds, you get murdered. Murdered. We do have good matchups, though, for them, if I'm being dead honest. If we got, like, Jimmy's always been a problem for James Harden. Bam on KD is a nice little matchup. I'd like to see it. I don't know who the fuck is going to guard Kyrie. Hopefully not Kendrick Nunn. But that's probably who it's going to have to be. Because even having Trevor Ariza on Blake Griffin gives me suspicious vibes. Like, it gives me some sus vibes. But at the same time, I also believe that we're going to have Bam on him because we need rebounding. You know? And if I go by what experts say, and if I really use my brain, it's probably smarter to put just a tall guy on Kevin Durant. And I bet Trevor Ariza, if I go back and look at stats on the Houston series, he probably gave him some fits. It's probably better to get a guy like Bam down low to get rebounds rather than put him out there on KD because he's just going to hit shots anyways. I mean, KD's going to be KD. He's the greatest scorer I've ever seen. So he's going to do his thing. Got them winning against us versus Philly. Oh, y'all know who I got. Philly. Got Philly. Why? What I just said. What I just fucking said. Joel Embiid's going to have a fucking field day. Like, a field day. A field day. And it's going to be fun to watch them try to double. And, we're going to double them. With who? Who you doubling with? KD? Who's he going to be guarding? That's what I want to know. Ben? Cut. Bye. Tobias? Ooh. KD don't want to know with Tobias. Not on that fucked up Achilles. And me and Chris also discussed this. Some big name is going down. Like, there's going to be a star get hurt. I hate to say it, and I don't wish it. I'm predicting it, right? I know that sounds shitty to even predict it, but how this season's going, it just has the vibe. Oh, my God, dude. What the fuck? This eye headache is like from my pimples on my cheek or some shit. This has the vibes of a fucking bad injury happening that changes a series for some reason. Me and Chris talked about it. Like, it has to happen. And I think it's going to be part of it. I'm not saying the Nets. I may call them pussies and all that. I want everybody to stay healthy so nobody has excuses. 1 and 2. Who the fuck? This is their livelihood, bro. Like, I'm not going to, I'm just saying they've had injury problems and it could happen. Dude, knock on wood. I'm sorry, Chris. Ben Simmons just fucking dislocated his kneecap last year. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So, but in this series, I really do think that a key in that series is Ben Simmons' aggressiveness. They have no rim protection. You got to put your fucking head down, bro. And I think some games Ben Simmons has, you don't give him the credit because he's 6'10", 6'11". If he's a 6'3" point guard, I feel like the tweets would be, oh my God, Ben Simmons dictated pace. He played amazing defense. He would get this Chris Paul vibe. He did everything tonight. No, fuck his shooting. He doesn't need to shoot. He's amazing at what he does. I don't know why I sit here and preach about Ben Simmons all the time, but I do. Because I love him. I watch him at LSU a lot. And I fucking hate LSU players, but Ben Simmons fucking didn't like LSU either, so I'm with that guy. And I just hate when great players are just overlooked like that. I fucking hate it. I hate it, man. I just hate it, man. I fucking hate it. And it happens often. Just because how they look or their hype in a draft, how they look is in height and weight. Some white dudes get overlooked too. Let's not get it twisted. Or they get inflated. They get inflated because they're white. And, I don't understand the Ben Simmons hate. Okay, you can't shoot threes. All right, check. Okay, what else? What else you got? Come on, you got to come up with something. You don't have anything, man. You don't have a thing. And that's okay. Because there's not much there to criticize, man. I hate to tell you. Yes, his mindset is fucking frustrating. I've gone over this 100 times. I don't know why I keep preaching this. His mind state is mind state, I guess. His unaggressiveness is fucking frustrating. But when he's out here dictating pace, controlling the ball, he never doesn't score in transition when he has it in transition. I think he knows what the fuck he's doing, man. They got the 1 seed. Why do I have to keep saying that? And why do people act like he's supposed to be the secondary scorer on the team next to Embiid when they got Tobias Harris? And they got a shooter like Seth Curry. Why does he have to just become this unbelievable scorer? Because you want him to be. I always preach the same shit. Stop looking at him as what you want him to be. He is a perfect cog in that. And if, honestly, you take Ben Simmons off that team, and I would like to see where they're at. Would love to see it. Love to see it. Love to see it. Please. Please show me that team without Ben Simmons. Fucking please. God damn. So frustrating. But that's the key to me. I think Ben Simmons has to be aggressive, man. He's got to be. He's got to get in that fucking paint and score. If Ben Simmons don't average 18 to 22 points a game in that series, I think they lose. But I got them winning in 7. I got the Lakers and Philly in the finals. It's going to be a hell of a series. I think Embiid goes to work. He has what JJ Redick say. He has real estate all in Andre Drummond's head. And I think that continues. But at the end of the day, I always will say it. LeBron and AD are better than any duo on that basketball court that you can give me. Any of them. And I'll take them over any duo in the NBA fully healthy any day, anytime, any year. Well, not any year, but as long as they're healthy, top 5 players in the league. How can you pick against it, man? How can you pick against a 6'11" versatile fucking post player? The greatest player of all time, in my opinion. And I know they're going against another team, but we got to see also about Tobias Harris in the playoffs. Don't know what he can bring. Dude may choke away the fucking Wizard series, goddamn. He's going to come out and fucking average 40 or shit. That'd be fucking hilarious. Comes out and just starts fucking... He's got fucking 49 points in game 1. Oh, fucking hell. Well, yeah, I got the Lakers over Philadelphia, man. I think we'll all be wrong. But I think what's going to happen is it's going to end up being like Utah and Brooklyn, or the Clippers in Brooklyn, or Phoenix in Brooklyn. But, we all have our hopes. And sometimes the hate, I don't hate them personally. I don't give a fuck about these guys personally. The way they went about their business and the way that they have Bruce Brown over here like, yeah, what's up, motherfucker? You suck. He's yelling, you suck dick at players. Like, bro, you average 4 points a game. Shut the fuck up. Why are you talking shit, bro? And I hate when like what I said about Blake Griffin. Honestly, I'm about to go on a rant. It pisses me off when I don't know if y'all remember. Warriors saw adversity a little bit. Draymond and KD get into it. This team hasn't seen adversity at all. They've been, every time I check a box score when two of their stars are healthy, they're up by 26. You got Blake Griffin, I talked about this, screaming at the Pistons bench. The Pistons bench. Basically taunting them by basically bragging that he gave up on them. He hadn't dunked in 2 years. Third play of the game he has. He alley-oop dunks it. I still got it. Only dude I respect on that fucking team is Joe Harris. He goes by his fucking business. Word of Franklin saying, business. By business. And that's what he does, man. I can't respect the bench players jumping up and down. You got fucking Claxton over here flexing and shit. Up 22, getting a putback dunk. Let them see some adversity. I want to see how them motherfuckers react. Because I've seen all 3 of those top stars be reactive. Reactive personalities. Not proactive. Very reactive. Reaction-based. You ain't do that. We're down by 5, bro. Now we're down by 5. In the biggest games of our career, when our legacies are on the line, because if we lose to anybody, if KD loses on these super teams, guys, national media has to sweep all those rings away. And I know that sounds nuts. I'm talking, it sounds nuts right now in your head, but when that fucking First Take episode comes on, and it says the Brooklyn Nets go down in 7 in a great one to LeBron James. As much as it fucking accelerates LeBron's legacy, it's going to diminish those guys real bad. You know how bad Kyrie's going to get shit on? You know how bad KD's going to get shit on? And then, of course, James Harden. You know how bad that's going to be if they lose? Which is going to be a long shot. I'm just praying for it, all right? So I'll give you my top 3 real quick. Give you my top 3 MVP candidates and all that shit, and we'll get the fuck out of here. I don't even have a top 3. I'm going off a whim right here. I just have the winners. So my top 3 for MVP. Actually, I'm going to give you my preseason. MVP, Luka. Defensive Player of the Year, Bam. Sixth Man of the Year. One of the Lakers or Lou Will, I thought Dennis would be on the bench. He wasn't. Most improved player, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Thought it was a good pick. Probably gets close to winning it. He's absolutely a finalist if he's not there. Markelle Fultz was my sleeper. Rookie of the Year, LaMelo Ball. Coach of the Year, I had Monty Williams. Hey, because I saw their bubble performance. And I thought he is just as, not as key as Chris Paul, but he don't get enough credit, bro. So, MVP. This is going to be hard for me to go off on a win, but I'll do it. My 3 finalists are Nikola Jokic, Joel Embiid, and Stephen Curry. All right? I'm not doing no explanations. Defensive Player of the Year, my final 3 are... Oh, I'm done with the drum roll. Fuck it. Fuck the instruments. I got Rudy Gobert, Ben Simmons, and Bam Adebayo. Them having Draymond Green up there is the most disgraceful shit I've ever seen. And I'm about to go on another rant. Fuck, this is the Hour Half Pod. I don't care. That is the most disturbing legacy I will ever in my mind witness. I'm not giving you my childish takes I had when I was 20, 21, 24, 25, 26 now. I'm giving you a real take that needs to, and Chris is going to disagree so bad with this, and I don't give a fuck, man. I'm sorry. And a lot of people might. Draymond Green. So me and Chris started talking about Eric Bledsoe and Drew Holiday and how we think Eric Bledsoe was a cog and he's a what is it, a subject of great team defense. I don't know how to say it. God damn it, Hunter. What was I saying to him? Whatever. He's a fucking... Chris is saying the word. What is the word I'm looking for? He's a product. Yes! Yes! I'm not fucking stupid. He's a product of amazing team defense. Draymond was not a product of amazing team defense. Draymond Green, hot take alert. Hot take alert. Hot take alert. He was not the best defender on that team. He may have been the 3rd best defender on that team, and he's calling himself the best defender of all time. Kevin Durant, that year, the first year he was there, was arguably better at defense than fucking Klay Thompson was. Arguably. I'm going by stats, blocks, all that shit, right? Klay Thompson's a better defender than Draymond, but Draymond can guard 1 through 5. I don't know when that started being a thing. I think it's because he's 6'7" and plays center. He cannot guard guards. Point blank period, cannot guard guards. That's when he starts getting fucking technicals. Because he starts fouling. Because he can't keep up with them. He is a product of an amazing dynasty. I don't know what y'all think a dynasty is. A dynasty is me seeing them in the finals every time I fucking looked up in the summertime. Alright? He's a product of being the best, not even the best defender, the tough guy on a finesse team that happened to be a top tier best post defender in the league. Period. But him being on this list this year is absolutely laughable. I don't even look at it. I don't look at it. I think what national media does is see other people that have been successful try, like, what's the story this year? Steph Curry, MVP. Who else helped him? He couldn't have been by himself. Oh, a story's Draymond. He's averaging fucking 2.8 points a game, and he's a leader. Oh, he's a leader. He's coaching people on the floor. That does not make you a great defender, bro. Let's be real. Anthony Davis. Bam Adebayo is a better defender than Draymond. It's not fucking close. Giannis. Ben Simmons. Like, there are multiple guys I'm taking over Draymond if I'm picking the best defender in the league. I'm sorry. That 1 through 5 shit is dead. Dead it. My Rookie of the Year finalist. Tyrese Halliburton, LaMelo Ball, and Anthony Edwards. I think I'm on the same page. With most of these, I'll be on the same page. Coach of the Year, Tom Thibodeau, Monty Williams, and Quinn Snyder. I think I'm on the same page with a lot of people. I think Nate McMillan should be inserted in there, but he's not going to get the credit he's due. Jordan Clarkson, Sixth Man of the Year. There's no top 3. He's all 3. That's also me not wanting to use my brain and try to think of them, to be honest. How about I look up? I don't want to do it. It'll make my my shit lag. Most improved player, Julius Randle. God, Jaylen Brown is in mine still. And I don't have a third. I wasn't even thinking about this shit. I'm sorry. Wasn't trying to get top 3, or I would. I don't even know the real life top 3. Most improved player. Oh, fuck. Who made a jump, Hunter? I don't know. Let me look at the playoff bracket. Y'all, somebody's screaming in their car. Ham! Ham! Michael Porter Jr. There we go. I think he's on the top 3 list as well. And, yeah, so that's my top 3. Sorry for not mentioning that shit. I didn't have it prepared. I just went off on a whim and then did it. So that's the podcast, man. Thank y'all for listening. Thank you for always listening. I love you guys. Awards show coming soon. I'm back on fucking Friday. I love you guys. Oh, and Game 1 reaction as well. I got a Game 1 reaction. Obviously, if it's fucking close or if it's not. Probably won't post the whole thing on YouTube, but I'll definitely make an Instagram clip of it or whatever. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I love you guys. Thank you all for listening. The Pod Goat is out.